Following video, some I put together from a trip I took to the Wind River Range, August of 2023. It was supposed to be a Wind River high route, but did not go as planned. If you watch, you'll see what happened. I plan to start in New Fork Lake Trailhead and go down to Big Sandy through a convoluted high route of my choosing, and ended up having to choose something else to make sure I got it out of there. Amount of days I told people I would take. Anyway, I planned to fish a lot of the lakes. I was only able to fish 2 lakes that I remember. Did catch a few trout. Did not catch any golden trout. I have to go back one day, try my high rod again. It's always good to get back to the winds. Thanks.
All right, let's move over to the maps. Here you have the Wind River Range. Jackson, Pinedale would be around here. This is all Yellowstone National Park. Let's switch maps. Zoom in a little bit here. All right, I'll try to run through this as quickly as possible. I love maps, so I could sit here for 5 or 10 minutes, but I realized that will probably bore most people. So the goal was to leave from New Fork Lakes Trailhead here and go down to about right here, which is Big Sandy opening trailhead, on a route that took me over this way into the Ticone Basin, across the divide here, down this way, a bunch of off-trail stuff towards the Golden Lakes, coming back over the divide around here, then off-trail on the south side of the divide, back between Raid and Bonneville Peaks, and then coming down, getting back on trail, entering the Cirque of the Towers, through Texas Pass, exiting through Jackass Pass to the south, and then down to Big Sandy. That was supposed to take 10 to 11 days, but that did not happen. You may hear my dog barking back there. She doesn't like that it didn't happen. And instead, I had to use a route on the CDT after I had abandoned my route on day 5, I believe. And basically took the CDT home to Big Sandy. All right, let's get into it.
All right, I'm at New Fork Lake, the upper lake part. Beyond that is New Fork Canyon. This is day 1, first hour of my Wind River trip. Headed from New Fork Lake Trailhead to Big Sandy. Kind of a convoluted route. It's August 4th. Been bad weather the last 3 days. Supposed to be raining this afternoon and tonight. Hopefully tomorrow it clears. I think my route, I'm going to try to go towards Palmer Canyon. Climbs up that way. I'm going to head up that way. Try to get up there before any more rain sets in. Look at New Fork Lake. See the bottleneck right there. Alright. Mosquitoes are already kind of pesky. Not super thick, but enough to where it makes them want to put a long sleeve shirt on. But maybe they'll not be so bad up there. I just crossed the New Fork River. It's about maybe a foot, 10 inches or so. But the trail between here and there, it's all wallowed out by horses. Full of water, so pretty wet already. It's starting to rain. Stopped to put my pack cover on. Looking up the canyon. I'm about to head up the hill there and get going, just in case I need to stop, set up camp.
All right, almost up the hill. All right, I've made it to Rainbow Lake. A little way shy of Palmer Lake, which I wanted to make it to. But it's been raining. And that hill was no joke. Nice little look at Rainbow Lake. The sun came out, as you can see. Hopefully everything will dry out by mid-morning. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Alright, it's the end of day one. Palmer Lake. I planned to be here last night. That was unobtainable. I think this is the Cutthroat Lake of the no-name lakes. I could be wrong though. I can check later on the map. Another one of these no-name lakes. Not that I don't know their name. That's what they're called, the no-name lakes. Coming to the high country. Some weather's building. Normal in the afternoon, but don't know how much further I'll be able to make it today. I was going to try to make it to Summit Lake, but we'll just have to see how that goes. Another one of the no-name lakes. I think this may be the main one. Still haven't checked the map. I've had some good level hiking. Making a little ground, that's good, because it's been a lot of up and down earlier today and haven't made good time. Weather's still kind of building, but holding off. Just passed a group, first people I've seen today. It's kind of like a Knowles group, but it wasn't Knowles. They said they were from California. Colorado, actually. Anyway, like an adult leader or two and like 20 kids. Looked like they were having fun. Hope I can get my kid into something like that one day. Alright, I'll keep moving. Hopefully make Summit Lake, and if I still have time, keep going. Not sure in which direction yet. I'll have to make a decision. Anyway, it's a good day number 2. Alright, coming into Summit Lake. I want to press on, but the weather's building pretty good. Just light mist every now and then. No thunder yet, that's good. If the rain will hold off, maybe I'll press on, but I'd like to get a little further today.
try to catch up with my intended schedule after getting behind yesterday. Alright, I just came down from up there. There's Summit Lake. I had intended to go down that towards the Green River headwaters and go back up towards Peak Lake. What I'm going to do is go up the CDT and try to work my way back over to Peak Lake the other way, going around all that to the left. And what I'm trying to bet on is maybe there's not as much elevation loss, so I don't have to do 2 large climbs tomorrow. That may not be the case though, so we'll see. We'll zoom in on this deer laying down over there. I guess it is going to storm. The deer knows it needs to lay down. All right, day 3. Last night at 2 o'clock, some really strong storms moved in, bad lightning, kind of fizzled. Then at 3 more came in, and then at 4 more came in. So I've been spending the morning trying to dry things out again. It's 9:45, about to get on the trail. Little blue back to the west, southwest. That's good news. Maybe it'll hold off to the end of the day. About to cross a little side drainage of Pine Creek. This is the first bridge I can ever recollect crossing in the Wind River Range. Usually you just figure it out. So this is a treat. Alright, I've made it to Elbow Lake. It actually curves around beyond the spit of land here, back towards those high hills back there. There's a guy I ran into over there on the other side, set up fishing. He didn't seem very much friendly though. I'd like to set up and fish myself, but I'm going to keep rolling one direction or the other. Pretty lake for sure. That's Upper Jean Lake. No, sorry. Upper Elbow Lake. I was going to head down towards Island Lake on the Continental Divide, but I've actually decided to go over Shannon Pass right there in the distance and get to Peak Lake tonight above it and sleep and go over that Sac Call. Tomorrow, as I had planned, I'll just be a day behind. CDT goes that way, just up over that hill and starts going down into the Jean Lakes. Drainage, Upper Jean, Lower Jean, on down towards Island Lake. So
Just took a little bit of a rest. I'm gonna climb up over that pass, get to Peak Lake. Almost up Shannon Pass. Just looking south, down towards CDT, down Jean Lake's drainage. Over that way is Elbow Lake, where I came from. So, a little bit further to go. Still going uphill. It's kind of flat up there for a while. And drop down the other side. Alright, start my descent down towards Peak Lake. That's Peak Lake. Down below, Stonehammer. We'll be headed up that drainage tomorrow. Well, we'll get there tonight, but further up it tomorrow. We just got to get down and around the far side of the lake. It's beautiful up here. I'm glad I came. All right, I made it to the outflow of Peak Lake. Can't even get all the mountains in the picture here. You see the lake up there. I came through that pass right there, Shannon Pass. We'll go down here, cross on that little rock ridge, and go across that talus slope right there. Like, make my way around the high side of the lake. Man, it's beautiful. Alright, it's had an icy, sleety, helly rainstorm, but it blew through. Alright, just had a little dinner. It's getting cold. I'm sure when the sun goes down behind this hill behind me, it's going to get really chilly. I'm going to try to get a good night's sleep. This is all for day 3. Good night. Good morning. It's day number 4. Nice cool morning. Had a little bit more rain overnight. I hope today's going to be a nice day weather-wise. I think the forecast as of last Friday, today and the next several days, is supposed to be good, but I'm sure that could have changed. Look at that Stroud Glacier up there. Pretty small, melted out, but pretty waterfall. Well, I'm halfway up Knapsack Col.
The weather got bad quick. Couldn't get down, stopped going up, found a little rock shelter to climb into. It took it another 10 minutes, long enough for me to dig out my down coat and rain jacket and gloves and hat, put a rain fly on my back, then strip the fly out of my tent, put over me. Right now it's helling pretty good out there. See if I can. Oh, that's not good at all. Not good at all. Sit tight. Hopefully it's over soon. Hopefully the lightning's gone. Oh, there went some. Not close though. Still menacing sounding. I'm gonna put this off and hopefully it passes and visibility clears up so I can see what I'm doing. Still here. Here's my situation. At least an inch, maybe an inch and a half fresh snow, getting towards 2. I can't go up. It's not looking like it's gonna quit. I gotta start heading down. Things just got real for an early August snowstorm. I was maybe 800 foot below. That's that call. Couldn't really get down. I thought it'd blow over quick. It dumped a lot of snow. I'm not going up just to go down the other side. Can't really see up there. Coming down, I'm dealing with lots of slipping and sliding, trying to go slow so I don't break my leg. Kind of over it. I'm ready to get down. Alright, good morning. Day 5. Rained all night. With some slushy sleet. Now it's raining all morning. It's like 7 o'clock. Kind of waiting for it to stop. Get backed up, moving south. Doesn't look like it's going to anytime soon. So we'll see how it goes. I'm staying put for a little while. Alright. It's 10 o'clock. Finally packed up, moving. All my stuff's wet. It's cold. Fresh dustiness snow. Hopefully it clears out, but I don't think it will. Sun's coming out. What do you know? Thankfully. Little pond. That's Upper Jean Lake I'm coming into. Headed south on the Continental Divide Trail. Gotta try to make up some time. I'm way behind now. It's alright. As long as we have good weather, it's okay with me. This is a stream between Upper Jean Lake and Lower Jean Lake. Coming into Lower Jean Lake. And I have to cross the creek. Coming up on the Fremont crossing. Lester Pass. Just came down that. Weather was bad earlier. Somebody had a in-reach forecast that it was moving out. So I followed them over the pass. These guys are trying to turn blue. It's Tommy Lake. Way off in the distance you can see Angel Pass dipping down way in there. Clouds on the top of it. Big smoke. It's pretty late. 4:30. I'm gonna go down here and find somewhere to camp. Call it a day. Well, I made it to day 6. We're the south of the Cook Lakes area, the CDT, heading south. 9 a.m. Blue skies. See if I can make some runs. Angel Pass. Get over that. Get down into the Golden Lakes, Upper Golden Lake. I'm heading over to that pass. I don't know if that's that pass or if that's later today. I'd have to look at a map, but just climbed up out of the Cook Lakes drainage, the main drainage, the creek that you had to cross was tough. It was very high, fast, no bridge. But got across. Start heading up the hill. Maybe I can get a cell signal. Let Adam and Amy know I'm okay. Alright, almost up to this pass. Real good view back this way. I think way over there is what I came through yesterday, maybe Lester Pass. And looking that way, I was looking up the main divide. I think that big broad one, or maybe that one just to the right of it, is Fremont. And the one in the middle, the most snow-capped, is Gannett. Highest point in Wyoming. Real good view. Pan over here. Got Angels Pass. Keep mentioning that because it is so pretty, it's so symmetrical, but also I'm supposed to be right now about 2 miles on the other side of it. My route was supposed to take me that way, but I'm on the CDT coming over this pass trying to get ahead of my route, catching up because I'm a couple days behind, or I was a couple days behind. Now I'm almost caught up. But I've talked to a lot of people and their plans have been shot too, as far as high routes, fishing. The weather's messed a lot of folks up. It is what it is. That's life in the mountains. Alright, I'm going to get to the rest of this pass and see if there's a better view. So this is actually the real hot pass. Kind of anticlimactic after the others. Coming into the North Fork Lake. Somewhere soon there'll be a junction in the route to Hayes Pass. It's either there or behind these trees, I can't really tell. But anyway, I'm supposed to either come through there tonight or not really tonight, but maybe tomorrow. So I'm getting close to being back on track. I'm gonna go down there and probably stay somewhere around that lake. Probably keep going on the CDT tomorrow and try maybe if the weather's good to go back up into Middle Fork Lake and get back on track. Maybe even a day early. Who knows? Black bear. Right there. I'm trying to make him go on. Go on, bear. Go on. Get on, bear. Shit, I was wanting to camp here too. Where'd he go? There he is. If he'll stay there, I'll keep going. Make sure there's no damn mama around here or nothing. Alright, I gotta film this. He just went swimming in the water. It's probably hard to pick up on this little itsy bitsy camera, but it's out there swimming. Getting out. There he is. Crazy bear. Alright, I need to make some tracks. Don't swim this way.
Crossing a Halls Creek on CT. Supposed to cross Halls Creek right at the bottom of Halls Lake on my high route up there. My feet are starting to bother me. Been hiking in wet boots for 7 days. Maybe it'll be alright for another 1 or 2. If I can stroke out a lot of miles today, I could possibly get out tomorrow, but I'm not going to skip the circ, so we'll see how it goes. Drying my feet and eating some food.
Middle Fork. Coming into some really big, long, beautiful meadows out there. I hope the Sherbrooke goes across it. Excuse me, goes across it. I could really use some flat, open hiking. We'll see. I've been hiking across this open meadow country. It's pretty. Just getting a good view of the divide. Some of those are Raid Peak, Antelope, Pronghorn. I don't remember those. Bonneville's out there somewhere. Heading up that way. Still on this big open park meadow. That's a good view of what I've come through in the past couple of days out that way. Gonna push on. Just rounded a bend. See a sight I've seen before. Way in the distance is the backside of the Cirque of the Towers. So hopefully, weather permitting tomorrow, I'll be able to get in there. Maybe even out the other side tomorrow. So I'll keep trucking a little further. It's windy still. Came from that way. Been working around that hill, mountain, whatever all day. Or all afternoon anyway. backside of the Sark really well. We gotta get down a little bit out of the wind and go to bed. Alright.
Look around the camp. Got some elk tracks in the mud right there. All right, signing off day 7, I think. In the winds. Weather's been cooperating. That's so good because I don't know what it was, like 5, maybe 6 days of rain. That was too much. Snowstorms. Anyway, hopefully this holds. It is very windy, but hey, we're supposed to be here. Sun's setting, which means it's pretty late. I'm getting ready to go to bed. See you tomorrow morning. All right, let me give a little translation. Audio's a little too low to hear. Basically what I'm saying is it is day 8, and I have changed my mind, and I'm going to push out on day 8. Skip the Cirque of the Towers, and make my way out to the trailhead, and most of the reasoning was since I didn't get to do what I really wanted to do on my route in the winds, I wanted to push on out, get to town, wash clothes, clean up, rest, eat well, and try to reset. Try to get back into the mountains somewhere with the rest of my trip I had in Wyoming. I didn't know at the time if that would be somewhere else in the Wind River Range or perhaps in Yellowstone. Also, have a chance to go down the Snake and do a little fishing on the Snake. So I will throw in some pictures from 2012 I took of the Cirque of the Towers and of the Titcomb Basin and Titcomb Lakes that I was lucky enough to visit on a previous trip to the Winds. So it wasn't too heartbreaking not to see them this trip.
Just past Marms Lake. Lots of people camping, fishing, having a good time. Coming up on Dad's Lake. I forget how many miles from here. Been through here once a long time ago. Maybe 3 or 4. Less than 5 for sure, I think. Anyway, starting to see a lot of people. I think I've seen more in the last mile than I've seen most days. So we will effectively call this the end of the Wind River trip. From New Fork Lakes to Big Sandy. Did not get my high route areas or go see North Fork or Bull Lake Creek, any of that stuff, but it's okay. I got to see a lot of new stuff and enjoyed it. There'll be other times for the other stuff. Hope you enjoy.